Hey y'all, it's me, Mac Weldon. I have a very simple message. My message is the same every single time. Mac Weldon underwear is better than whatever you're wearing right now. Now, that's a boast. I'm a boastful man because I feel like I can back it up. Mac Weldon, I believe in smart design, premium fabrics, and simple shopping. Okay, you just go online, you know your size, you buy the underwear, you try it on, you love it. That's usually how it goes. I want you to be comfortable. So if you don't like that first pair, keep it. I'm a big enough man. Not only am I a big enough man to say you're entitled to disagree with me about how comfortable the underwear is, I'm also, this is just flat out boast. I'm rich. I don't need you to send that underwear back to me. All right? You don't like it, keep it, burn it, run it up a flagpole, see who salutes. You know what I'm saying? Also, while you're, I was going to say, while you're at it, go to hell. But I'm not doing that no more. My wife is on me to like be a more polite person and not so harsh. So I'm not going to tell you to go to hell if you don't like my underwear. I'm going to say, if you don't like my underwear, you're already in hell because there ain't going to be no underwear that's better, more comfortable feeling than Mac Weldon underwear. So look, I turned it into a nice thing, honey. All right. She listens to the ad. She doesn't care for the podcast. So listen, not only do my underwear, socks, and shirts look good, they perform well too. You can work out in them, go to work, going out on a date, just everyday life, whatever you want to do. I don't judge no man, no woman. You do what you want, okay? Go to MacWeldon.com, get 20% off using promo code PFT. Show your support for Spontaneation Paul F. Tompkins. You also show a great deal of self-love in buying this underwear, treating yourself right. That is, let me tell you something. Number one secret to living good, no matter what your bank account says, is treat yourself right. All right, y'all. You know me, Mac Weldon. I wouldn't steer you wrong. I'll see you next time. I love talking to y'all. It's always a pleasure. Thank you. Keep your cards and letters coming. I don't know how y'all found my address, but I love all them cards. I love all them letters. Y'all are the best. Have good underwears. You know you need the number. It's important to your life, your future. But where do you get it? And then what do you do with it? How do you improve it? How do you use it to maximize your goals? Open the right door to your financial future with Credit Sesame, the optimum resource for your 100% free credit score. In 90 seconds, you'll have that all-important number. Then explore automated tools that will help you navigate how to improve it and use it to your advantage. And it's 100% free. Visit freecreditsesame.com now to get smarter and get started.
Welcome all of you. You people sitting in front of me, and all the unseen people sitting around the world. We're not so different after all. Everyone likes sitting better than standing. Don't listen to those standing desk people. They're just trying to make you look like a jerk. I like it better. I feel like I get more done when I'm standing up. No. You just want people to see you standing. You're dicking around on Twitter just like everybody else. Standing. Now who's superior? I could not be more slumped down in this chair. Here's what I like. I like to get so low in a chair that you almost break your goddamn neck. You know what I'm talking about? When you're like all the way down there where it hurts, but you're not going to move. Really, I should be lying down, but that's frowned upon at work. You know, it's the Japanese to blame. That's who's to blame. They put all these ideas in our heads about efficiency. You should sleep in a coffin. How's that supposed to help anything? You should sleep in a tube in a room full of 16 tubes. dishonor company. Now, am I talking about the corporation or am I talking about the Broadway show? Why do Japanese people hate Stephen Sondheim so much? Sometimes I think we'll never know. It's a weird night, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently there was a UFO outside. How many people saw the UFO? Well, according to the Orange County Sheriff's Department, that was just some naval test. They was just firing off a rocket down there. You know, down in Orange County, California, where people talk like this. Hey, you remember that show, the OC, where everybody was like, hey, I'm in love with you. Oh, you better not be in love with me. I'm a sarcastic Jew. Love the OC. Love it. Anyway, there was a weird light in the sky that got weirder and weirder as it went on. That music's not helping anything. It's making me very anxious. There was a moment when one of the employees here at Largo, young Lincoln, was showing me. Yeah, his name is Lincoln. It's not a time-traveling Abraham Lincoln from his rail-splitting days. Dash off one of those quick bullshit books, right? He was like, yeah, take a look at this. And I looked at it, and I did not like looking at it. It was making me feel afraid. I found myself seriously thinking about some sort of alien takeover of Earth. Guys, let's face it, it's not going to be like E.T., right? It's not going to be a bunch of plush toys that are collecting samples. If aliens are coming here, they're going to want to destroy us. And the way things are going now, I don't blame them, ladies and gentlemen. I say to you, let the aliens come. Let them enslave us. Put us in a human zoo. That was a good Twilight Zone. The human zoo one. Yeah, you saw the twist coming from a mile away. But still, it was like neck and neck. Like, oh, are they just dolls that have come to life, or are they in a human zoo? Well, human zoo. Could have gone either way. Could have been dolls come to life confused by their dollhouse surroundings. Oh, this phone is just a block of plastic. As all phones used to be. Terrible dialogue, Rod Serling. I'll take that guy to task. Heard a very deep, lusty, throaty cough from the front row. Someone coughing like they wanted to make it count. How many coughs do I have left? I'm going to enjoy each and every one. You know, they say you only get 1,000 coughs in this life. To get good at it. Thank you, Malcolm Gladwell. Now, I'm a cough expert. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spontaneanation with Paul F. Tompkins. Thank you. I am the second part. This is a show where I invite a special guest on to have a free-form conversation with me inspired by a blind question from our previous episode's guest. And then I have some improviser pals join me, and we create a narrative improv based upon details of that aforementioned conversation. Wouldn't you like to meet some of these people? I bet you would. But first I have to tell you that it is all scored on piano by Mr. Eban Schletter. That's what he looks like. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a live show. We do things a little bit differently, a little different order than we do it in the studio. Dangerously close to Dana Carvey's George Bush impression. I didn't like how close it was getting. We're going to introduce you to our improvisers, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome first to the stage, Craig Cackowski. He does a pivot over there, pivot to the center, and then a pivot to the left.
Just want to pivot in every section of the crowd.
Please have a seat.
Okay.
Right there.
All right.
Craig, how have you been since last time?
Good. So you've just come out as being in favor of alien invasion.
I'm saying we deserve it.
Okay.
Things can only get better, am I right?
How do we know you're not an advanced man?
Like that I'm an alien?
I don't know, or a human that has been previously recruited by the aliens to prepare us for the upcoming enslavement.
Are you like a collaborator?
Collaborator!
Craig,
Vichy!
Just because I'm wearing a purple suit doesn't mean I'm an alien collaborator.
We all know that's the traditional color of aliens.
Do you believe in aliens, Craig?
First of all, I will say that a UFO is not necessarily an alien craft. It's just an unidentified flying object. It's something in the sky that we don't know what the fuck it is.
Okay, let me ask you this, Craig.
Okay.
Do you remember there was a TV show called Project UFO?
I do remember that was a TV show.
Yeah. Do you think that any of the episodes centered around weather balloons?
I don't remember seeing that show.
Well, let me save you the trouble. None of them.
They were all alien spacecraft.
They were all alien spacecraft.
Okay.
Actually, I can't remember. I can't remember if that show was supposed to make us feel better or worse about the idea of aliens.
I just remember In Search Of with Leonard Nimoy.
Do you remember the one In Search of Sasquatch? That was a kick-ass In Search Of.
Did they find him?
They did not find him. It's In Search Of, not We Found It. Craig, go sit back there. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Chris Tallman. Chris, you came bounding out.
I'm excited to be here.
You have a background in the theater.
That's true. I have done Shakespeare.
Have you done Shakespeare?
And Brecht.
What Shakespeares have you done?
I was in All's Well That Ends Well. I was in Romeo and Juliet.
I've heard of that one.
I was in PlayStation 4.
PlayStation. William Shakespeare's PlayStation 4.
It's one of the tragedies.
Does he really Does he really have one called All's Well That Ends Well?
Yeah, and I said it. Yeah, it goes like this, like everything is like horrible, and all of a sudden the king at the end goes, "All's well that ends well." well. And everybody's like, okay.
Did you play that, King?
Oh, yeah. I had to shave my head for that show.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because in the show, the king is very sick at the beginning. And so the wardrobe and the hair and makeup thought, in order to sort of show that transition, so from the beginning of the show, I had a shaved head, and then at the end, I had one of those giant, like, little Lord Fauntleroy, like, curly wigs.
Sure.
Yeah. It was like, it's sort of like, they're kind of going for like a Louis XIV Sun King thing.
Wait. So he gains more hair as the play goes on?
It's Shakespeare. Yes, he starts off sickly. Oh! Here we go. Okay, so to sort of to be the sickliness.
Your microphone's drifting away from your face.
It doesn't want me to tell this story.
It's too hot for Shakespeare.
Yeah. So I have a shaved head and I have like all this sort of white, sort of ghostly makeup on.
Sure.
And so to do at the end, I have this big wig and like this golden costume and a big peacock hat and like high-heeled shoes. So at the beginning, they want me wearing just like a gauzy robe, like, and so they're like,
were you worried Freddie Mercury?
I mean, it was glam. It was hot.
Sure.
So we did this test on the stage. We want you to enter wearing your sickly robe just to sort of see how it looks. And right before I go on, I put it on, and there's just this robe, and the wardrobe guy is like, no underwear. Yeah. I'm like, why? And they're like, well, we're worried that we could possibly see your modern underwear and that'll ruin the illusion.
This is the costume department saying.
Yes. So, well, it was a guy from the neighborhood. So I went with it, and I took off my underwear, and I walked on stage, and I did this scene, and I could, like, as I stepped on stage, I just kind of heard this from the audience. I assume it was the director go, oh. So apparently what I found out afterwards, because the next day came in and there was a very elaborate set of period like bloomer underpants. Right. So apparently I walked on stage and it was just there.
Were you backlit or something, or
I was underlit. I was every which way lit. I don't know, but apparently, like, they told me, like, it wasn't even like, oh, we saw like a silhouette. They were like, oh no, dude, we saw everything.
And was the wardrobe person like, I can't believe that happened?
Yeah.
Who could have predicted this? What do I know about fabrics?
Yeah. Well, you know, I was an undergrad. He was a graduate student. You think he'd had 4 more years on me?
I forgot that everybody was a student.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I was the dum-dum. I was like, take off my clothes? Okay, sure, fine. Yeah. So there you go.
And then you immediately went to Sardi's to read the reviews.
Oh, we stayed up all night. Hedda Hopper thought it was a slam dash.
Chris, go sit down.
All right.
Hedda Hopper thought it was a slam dash. A slam dash. The very idea. Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Jean Villepique. Woo! You walked out like a toy that had come to life.
That's my spirit animal. Right. A female Pinocchio.
Oh, Pinocchiette.
Yeah. Pinocchia?
Pinocchia, sì.
Grazie.
Cosa dice Pinocchia?
Ragazzi, voi parlate troppo.
Cameroni dappertutto. Il Papa.
Sì.
Gee, what do you think about this Pope?
Your socks. Okay, what do I think about this Pope? I don't really think about this Pope much. I think that I'm sure Oh, that's such a loaded question.
Is it?
I can't tell you his name off the top of my head. Is it Francis something?
Yes.
Okay.
Something. Yeah.
Oh, God. I know he's from South America. I know
Francis Weinstein.
It's Francis
Thank you.
Weinstein. Yeah.
I know.
Pope Francis Weinstein.
I knew that. I think that I think he's a benevolent human being. He seems like a person of the people, but I think what am I saying? He also his job is to toe the line, the Catholic line.
That's
I
right.
disagree with.
Although he's causing ripples in the Catholic hierarchy
He is.
because he's saying things like gay people are okay. Boo.
But then he also met with what's that lady's name in Kent?
Now that was a whole thing.
Did
That
he
was the whole
not
thing.
meet with her now?
It turns out it was
Yes.
not
They did not even meet.
He did not.
not even me.
They didn't speak.
No,
It
they
was-
did not have a meeting.
They didn't shake hands. Did
I
she
don't
go
know if they-
near
I don't know
him?
if they shook hands.
All right.
I think
I
you
don't
would
know.
have photobombed him.
Fair enough. Then I support the Pope now. I am converting. Bye-bye, Presbyterians.
Were you raised Presbyterian?
Yes, I was.
What does that mean?
Well, we like wine. Also, communion is once a month, not every Sunday.
Why bother? I mean, it's an unpleasant thing. Why do it at all?
Moderation. It's not wine, it's grape juice and
Sure.
little cubes of bread. But also the big thing they taught us was predestination, which is the concept, and our youth minister was very thorough about this. You have free will, you can do whatever you want, but when you get into heaven, there's a sign above the door, heaven's door,
Sure.
that says, before the beginning of time, God knew you would be here. So you have free will, but God already knew. That's all he does. I don't know. And
Here's the
grape
thing.
juice.
Here's the thing. It's very easy to have a sign like that printed up, right? And then if whoever steps through the door to say, "Oh, I knew you'd be here." It's easy.
It's a scam. It's a scam.
It's a scam. When's the last time you've been inside a church?
I don't know. I don't know. A funeral. My friend's mom's funeral. Oh no, it's so sad.
That's what that's for, though. You know what I mean? That's what church is for.
Yeah.
Church
for
is
community.
for
It is.
Yeah. You really feel it because it's like you can go to somebody's wedding in a house and still feel like, oh, I feel like I witnessed those people got married. But a funeral in
A
someone's house
house
is
funeral
weird.
sucks.
No house funeral. That's why
No.
Kid and Play went bankrupt.
Who?
Kid and Play, their series of films, House Funeral, not popular.
Is that a band? Oh my God! I
It's a
lost
band.
my mic pack.
It's a band.
Is it
Gene, why don't you take care of that back there?
I got it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have met our improvisers. We're going to take a brief ad break. When we return, you will meet our special guest. All of this and nothing else when Spontaneanation returns.
Guys, it's Paul. I want to tell you something. I want to tell you about this great thing that I have done, that other people, cool people I know have done and will do again. And you should really think about doing this. It is the JoCo Cruise 2017. Now, I know you think about a cruise and you think about old people and shuffleboard and a bunch of bullshit like that. But this is not that. This is the opposite of that. The 7th annual JoCo Cruise will be a 7-night adventure filled with all the best parts of a musical or a comedy festival, pop culture convention, and a vacation, all hosted by singer-songwriter Jonathan Colton, an amazingly talented dude who has put together this wonderful world of people that I am very proud and happy to be a part of. It is March 4th to the 11th, 2017. It sails from San Diego to the Sea of Cortez on Holland America's MS Westerdam. And in 2017, JoCo Cruise has the entire ship. So in the past, it would be like a small group of people, there for the JoCo Cruise that grew and grew and grew, but it would be alongside people that were there to, be on a boat once before they died. You can do that too, but now you're going to be the only person who's there for sad purposes. Hey, can you hear me over this announcement at the gate? My flight's about to board. See, they didn't send me the ads until very late. And luckily this is happening while I'm doing an ad for a friend's business. So I can be just this respectful about it. Okay, but look. The 2017 performing lineup will be announced in the coming months, but the week will be filled with concerts and appearances by the best in music and comedy. Past performers include Amy Mann and Ted Leo, John Flansburgh from They Might Be Giants, Imogen Heap, John Hodgman, Paul F. Tompkins, that's me, Cameron Esposito, my friend Rhea Butcher. Also my friend, all the other people are my friends too, except for Imogen Heap. I just met her. Look, Jesus Christ. Guys, my point is, it's the best in entertainment. Then you get things like best-selling authors and webcomic creators. People like Pat Rothfuss have done it. John Scalzi, creators of XKCD, Hyperbole and a Half, and The Oatmeal. Live podcasts. Previous guests have been The Thrilling Adventure Hour, Roderick on the Line. I was there too. The JV Club with Little Janet Varney, and SpontaneANATION. We just made our High Seas debut this past year. There's tabletop gaming throughout the ship, board games, card games, role-playing games, and more. With game companies, game designers participating. There's also regular straight up gambling if you're into that. I think on this ship, you can make it happen if you want. Don't tell anybody that I told you that. There are dance parties, there are meet and greets and hangouts with the performers. There's sunshine, beaches, fruity drinks, much, much more. Go to JoCoCruise.com right now and book now. You can get on that ship next year, starting this year. Book by May 14th, 2016 for a $75 per person early booking discount on the retail price, Jesus. And if you're new to JoCo Cruise, use the promotional code PFT by May 14th and you get an additional $70 off per person. Show your support for the podcast. Promotional code is valid through May 14th. It's only applicable for people who have never sailed on a previous JoCo Cruise. Sorry, old friends. Go to JoCoCruise.com. That is JoCoCruise. .com
Daniel Wallet.
Today.
Pick up a white paging phone reference found property.
And book your cabin now. I hope they find that Daniel Wallach guy. He's been missing for a little while. JoCo Cruise. 7 nights, 1 ship, 2,000 happy nerds. Guys. Hey. It's Paul. I can't remember. Have we ever talked about Leesa mattresses? Let me just say this, and if you've heard it before, then just keep listening to it. Deal? Leesa is a mattress company that has done away with the awkward mattress showroom experience. As Margot Rubio would say, they've dispelled with the awkward mattress showroom experience that we have all suffered through, all of us as a society. This is our collective hurt, the Weltschmerz. They've done away with that by creating a luxury mattress that is ordered completely online and it ships for free to your doorstep. Now, completely online. Does that mean you have to go into a Tron world to order the mattress? No. It just means all of the business transaction takes place online. You do it from your computer on the outside of your computer. Please don't try to crawl on your computer because you don't like your mattress right now. And here's the thing. Mattress comes to your doorstep. And if you haven't got a doorstep, then God bless you. It comes to wherever your mail is delivered. And it is compressed in a box the size of a mini fridge. How do they do this? Well, they took a mini fridge. First, in the early stages, they hollowed out a mini fridge. Like, not just took out the shelves, but also the brackets for the shelves. And they put a mattress in there, and they're like, it fits. Let's make boxes this size. And I don't think they've even patented the box the size of a mini fridge because we've discussed this before. I know this part we've talked about. The mini fridge itself comes in a box slightly larger than a mini fridge. This mattress comes in a box the size of the mini fridge itself. Don't get it twisted, guys. Come on. Now, it's a 10-inch mattress. It comes in all sizes, and it's crafted with 3 unique foam layers, including 2 inches of memory foam and 2 inches of a really cool latex-like foam called Avena. It's trademarked, by the way, so take it easy. And this is perforated to keep you as cool as the other side of the pillow, in keeping with the bed theme. The Leesa mattress is 100% made in the USA and ships for free to anywhere in the USA and the Canada. That's what it says in the copy. The Canada. I don't know if they're kidding around or what. Or maybe I'm wrong and maybe I'm dumb and it's called the Canada. And listen, Leesa, they're like Tom's shoes in that. Hold on a second. I'm not at that part yet. Guys, be quiet. I just got off a plane. Leesa gives you 100 nights to try your mattress risk-free. And here's what happened. The Earwolf guys, they thought they sent me the ads and they didn't send me the ads. And so I had to read 3 of the ads or 4. I can't remember how many. All but this. This is the only one I did not read at the gate at Austin International Airport. Austin Bergstrom, excuse me. Bergstrom should get in there. Now I'm doubting that it's Bergstrom. I'm sure the Leesa people are thrilled with this part of the ad. What were we saying? Oh, yeah. So Leesa gives you 100 nights to try your mattress. That's enough nights, guys. That's more than enough. More than enough. I'd like to see you on night 99 like, I don't think I like it, but I'll give it one more night. Oh, there's a pea under my Leesa mattress. Princess and the Pea, look it up. And for every 10 mattresses they sell, this is where they're like Tom's shoes. They donate 1 to a shelter. Now that's a nice thing. And that's a thing that a lot of businesses could be doing, but don't do anything like that at all. So, you get what I'm saying. Go to leesa.com/PFT and enter promo code PFT at checkout to get $75 off. That is leesa.com/PFT. Enter promo code PFT at checkout. You get $75 off. It also lets people know that you support the show. That makes me look good, makes you feel good when you're going to sleep. And speaking of going to sleep, that's what I'm going to do now because it's 10 after 12. Okay, so we have to set up a system where I have to confirm that I've received the ads. Okay, that's for private. All right, guys, Leesa.com.
Oh, what an ad that was. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to introduce to you our special guest this evening. And what I do is I like to introduce people by saying, that's not going to work, by saying their names. So, here goes. Keegan-Michael Key, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there he goes. He walked on and then off. Oh, wait. He walked.
I've never done the out of a seat applause before. That's a new thing. Thank you. I'm going to start doing that in the future. Okay, all right. We just discovered that right here tonight. We've never seen that before. It's the 21st century, and I've never seen that before.
It was exciting.
That's a new thing.
Now, for the listener, Mr. Key, as he rises from his seat, is doing that thing, the old talk show thing, of pulling up on his pants so as not to interfere with the crease of your
Yes,
trousers.
I don't want to mess with the crease of my trousers, which is non-existent on these distressed denim jeans.
Was that what was...
Okay. I just want the listener to be confounded.
Oh, they will be. We do a lot of visual stuff.
Yes.
You know what? Hey, listener, why don't you fucking be here?
is a breach of protocol like we have never had on this program before.
Outrageous! Oh, dear.
Right. Keegan, I have a question for you.
And I can't wait to hear it. Please,
This
foist your interrogative upon me.
this comes to us from our previous episode's guest.
Yes.
Who asks, what is something that you have considered telling one or both your parents, but have not?
Okay. Now, I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Really? Aunt Kathy?
Not, Detroit, Michigan, not as popular as pants hiking.
Oh, no. Something, oh gosh, boy. I mean, I've been very candid with my parents in the past, and so I was always the one that wanted to make sure that my parents knew what was going on. And so,
may I say, it seems like you, from interviews that I've heard with you before, that you and your parents have a very open dialogue.
Yes, my parents were social workers, so and all their friends were clinical psychologists and psychiatrists, and so I spent a good deal of my childhood saying words to my mother, like instead of having arguments and screaming, going, "I hate you!" and running out of the room, I'd say things. It seems to me, Mom, now I'm just going to say, I'm definitely sublimating behavior right now, and I may be projecting onto you, and that's not you. I had a really hard day at school, and so I'm not, that's on me. So lots of candid sharing. But I would have to say it would probably be the time that I almost... Gosh, I'm trying to think if there's something that I really didn't share with my parents. I never had a sense that I was gonna. There wasn't a lot of like punitive, like hyper punitive behavior in our house. You know what I mean? Even though my brother. Isn't that horrible? I'm so cheap. I'm blaming it on my brother. I mean, I literally am trying to come up with something that I didn't tell either of my parents. I was such a good kid. I was so afraid of getting kicked out of the house because I lived there. It got sad. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Why were you afraid of getting kicked out of the house?
Oh no, you don't really want to hear this because it's going to get sad. It's really going to get sad.
It can get sad.
Oh,
Sure.
Are we going to get into the dark stuff?
Give us the lightest layer of darkness.
Okay, what if I give you one fact and then everybody else can just extrapolate from there in?
There we go.
Okay, I was adopted. And so...
Someone gasped.
His life must be horrible! So, I didn't want them to give me back.
How old were you when you were adopted?
I was 3 months of age when I was adopted. 3 months of age, yes. And my parents were wonderful people, and they raised me beautifully, and it was great. But you just want to hedge your bets. So do not disappoint these two. Because I'm not going to fit in the bassinet if they give me back when I'm 13 years old.
When they take you to the fire station.
Legs dangling over the sides. Yeah. And so I did quite a lot of behavior where I did not disappoint my parents. And also, if I may, I didn't drink or do any drugs in high school.
I didn't either.
Now you're probably a much more noble person than I had epilepsy. I had a rare form of childhood epilepsy, and so I took antipsychotic and anticonvulsive drugs, so I couldn't drink alcohol.
Wow. Oh, I was just scared.
Yeah, right. I find you noble for your fear.
Sure. So, fear ennobles us all.
Yeah, so it's interesting because I was a really, really good kid. I didn't go off the deep end until like the end of college.
Right.
And then the beginning of college as well. Both the beginning and the end of college. I mean, I think I just kind of walked in to freshman orientation and said, "What? They're not here? Blackout." somehow I apparently learned things through osmosis because I have no recollection of 2 of the 4 years of college. And I still got out in 4 years. So, what are you going to do?
How far away did you go to college?
I didn't. 2 miles.
2 miles? Were you still living at home?
I lived
and
at
going
home.
to
I stayed at my mother's house, the house that I grew up in. I stayed at home, and I went to the University of Detroit, and I was there for 4 years, and then I left there and went to Pennsylvania to go to graduate school.
But it was still enough of a world expansion of like, oh my God, now I'm seeing.
Oh yeah, I met people from Buffalo, New York. I met people from the other side of Lake Erie. It was amazing. And I had accents, and I talked differently than I talked, and it was amazing. You know what I mean? I lived at home, and it was the best thing for me. And then after I was done with college, I was like, it's time for me to expand. I have to move on to the next thing. And so I went to a college town and lived there in a college town, and sequestered myself for my studies.
What town was that in Pennsylvania?
That was State College, Pennsylvania.
Sure.
University Park, Pennsylvania, which is where the main campus of Penn State is. Yes, yes. Boy, I am batting 3 tonight. It's just one person from Detroit and one person from State College. The first person sounded like a Caucasian woman. So I find that surprising, being from the city of Detroit. The person who just went, woo, for Penn State, I have no problem dealing with that person being a Caucasian woman at all whatsoever.
I feel like it's the same person who followed your life trajectory.
Yes, exactly. We've been talking for 6 minutes and I haven't answered the question.
So when you got older,
yes,
and now you're out in the world,
yes,
and even so now as a fully formed person, you're a married man, you have your own life.
Right.
Are there things that have come up where you thought, I don't need to tell them that, like no one needs to hear about that?
Oh yeah, I mean, there've been many times. There've been many times when, and it usually involves imbibement of some sort. Sure. Where you're just like, I'm like, perhaps, I don't think anyone wants there to be feces in that hot tub, but
here's what sucks. There's at least one person who does. There's at least one person who's like, I know what I hope happens here today.
Right, exactly, yeah. I remember one time something I didn't tell my mother. I was driving home. And I was driving home, and my friend and I had imbibed. And my friend, she's like, "You're in no condition." I'm like, "Oh, I wasn't planning on driving anyway. Here are my keys. If I may take the liberty, you'll drive the vehicle." She took a wrong turn on a street and got pulled over. Woo! That's for the listeners. Sure. Woo! She got pulled over. Sorry, that's a regular police siren. In Detroit, it's like, ah! That's what our police sirens sound like in Detroit. And so we pulled over to the side, and he came over, the cop. It was the worst night to get pulled over by a chauvinist cop. So the cop says, my friend was a woman, and he's talking to her, and he says, you went the wrong way on that street, and because of the time of night, I feel that you're probably under the influence. And would you take a breathalyzer? And she said, I will not. I absolutely will not. Mm. She refused to take the breathalyzer. So he gave her the ticket, comes around to Mike's end of the car, knocks on the window. I'm like, yep, yes. Bleary-eyed, and he's like, right. Sir, how much have you had to drink tonight? I have had 4 beers and 3, 2, a shot. And this guy looks at me and goes, get up, get around, you're driving.
Whoa! Oh my God!
Like, what is? I have been through this town. I have frequented businesses in this town. I was not aware that the name of this town was Alcoholville. What are you talking about? Why are you allowing me to drive? But I didn't want to question, and I was about a quarter of a mile from my home. So we drove to my home. Oh no, I'm still not answering the question, because what I actually did is walked in the door and said, Mom, you're never gonna believe it. This jackass told me to drive the car. There we go, full circle from Foster Brooks.
By the way,
By the way, for the listener and for the people here, Foster Brooks was a backstage conversation.
Yes. No, yes. Hey, by the way, listeners, you're not missing anything. The audience doesn't know either what we're talking about. Yes. When it comes to Foster Brooks. Yes.
When this episode is posted, I will on my Tumblr. I promise I will provide a link to Foster Brooks because I can't imagine. Does anyone know who that is here?
Oh, nice,
what?
Nice.
That many people?
That's fantastic.
They're thinking of someone else. There's no way.
No, guys.
There's no way.
Guys, not the sunglasses. Not Foster Grant. The sunglasses weren't drunk.
The ice cream people? Yeah. Was there ever
the creepy chicken commercials?
Was there ever anything you considered telling one? Was there anything you thought you could tell one of your parents, but you couldn't tell the other one?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Thank you.
There is like I felt like I could tell. I could tell my mom just about anything. And typically with boys, you wouldn't be able to tell your mom everything.
Right.
I could tell my mom everything. With my dad, like, it was weird because your dad would be proud of you if you were like, okay with the ladies. But my dad was very big about like, secure it, lock it up, keep it in there, stick it, move it over here, put a lock on it, retinal scan, let's get some optic nerve, you know what I mean? Like, keep it in there, don't have kids, I'm like, don't have kids, and so I would never share any kind of sexual escapades with my dad that I might share with my mom.
Now, is it because that it made him...
I know, that's weird.
It made him uncomfortable, or he felt like, hey, don't be messing around with anything. You have a life ahead of you. Don't make a dumb mistake, that kind of thing?
I think it was both, but I think it was 70-30, 70-30, the former. Like, it just made him uncomfortable. He's like, I don't want to hear about penis stuff. Which was weird. My dad was very strange in that way. He was kind of a prudish guy, which you wouldn't expect from my dad. Big sideburns and a beard, and he was 6'4", and he looked like
cock is always out.
Cock, his dick was... How did you know?
Oh, I heard about this guy.
Dinner parties were interesting, to say the least. It's just an image I've never thought of.
I'm picturing like a sort of like Hagrid kind of guy, right? Just there it is. But your mother, very comfortable that you could talk to her about anything like this.
In fact, a little too candid. My mother, a little too candid.
Like she wanted more information than you wanted to provide.
Or she'd be talking about previous girlfriends in front of, current girlfriends. You know what I mean? Mother, what are we talking about? This is not a therapy session. What are we doing? It's just that you were that other girl's first, and there's times when things are in different positions, and it can be painful.
Right.
Are you insane? We were having a lovely dinner, and why are you having this conversation with the server?
Did her...
Thank you for the extra bread, Walter.
Did her candor and her openness about everything, did that make it difficult for you to compartmentalize later in life?
Oh yes, I am the president of the Oversharing Society.
To everyone.
Yes. Yeah. So it's time for. I've been working on that recently, actually, which is to stop oversharing. Oh yeah, I'm hemorrhaging blood out of my ears. It's so difficult for me to not overshare. People are like, I like him, he's good. I didn't need to know all that, but you know what I mean. That's kind of been my face.
Is there a moment where you realize, like, as you're talking to someone, like it sort of dawns on you, like they don't want to hear this? They certainly don't need to hear this.
Right.
Yeah.
I told this story recently. But sometimes I'm trying to be helpful and I overshare. And I don't know if anybody here watches the television show Hannibal, but right. Okay. Oh, geez, we've not gotten over 15. But anyway, I met the star of Hannibal, Mads Mikkelsen, who I'm a very, very big fan of. And when I met him, I said to him, Hannibal, I said, Mads. I didn't say Hannibal. I didn't break that rule. I don't watch soap operas.
Why are you so mean to Will? You should be nicer
You
to
should
him.
be nicer to Candace and Will.
Why do you eat people? You think people are rude, but that's rude what you're doing.
It's rude. It's inconsiderate, to say the least. And I said to Mads, I said, the work that you do on Hannibal, we really love it. It's just exquisite. Thank you so much. Done. That's all I needed to say. That's all I needed to say.
Would have been perfect if you ended it there.
Right there would have been the best, right? So this is what happens. My brain goes, or we could do this. Rewind. Exquisite. Thank you. Merci. For those of you who don't know, Mads Mikkelsen is Danish, not French.
Nor are you.
Nor am I. I did the one thing that every American shouldn't do. I just categorized everybody in Europe. I mean, come on, if you're European, you must speak French. And I didn't say merci. I mean, I leaned into it. Merci. 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 I mean, I've known Jean for years, but the first time I met her, I didn't say, it's such a pleasure to meet you, Jean. You don't do that.
May I ask you this?
You may ask me anything.
When you said merci,
Merci.
did you refrain from kissing your fingers?
I did, but God damn it, did I not kiss those fingers in my brain. In my mind, I kissed the hell out of those fingers. And Mads Mikkelsen was very lovely and gracious. He said, de rien? De rien? He said, you're welcome in French. That's your welcome in French, which I learned weeks afterwards. I thought he was choking on food. I didn't know what was happening in that moment. So. The amazing thing is I've really, literally still not answered the question. That's the kind of open relationship I have with my parents.
Keegan, don't you see? You've answered the question for everyone. Keegan-Michael Key, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll get our location from Keegan-Michael Key, and we will improvise our story when Spontaneanation returns.
Hey guys, it's Paul. I'm here at the Austin International Airport, and I'm recording this ad, but I'm pretending like I'm making a phone call, talking to a friend. Oh yeah, no, it's this thing called Seeso. Are you familiar? Have you heard about this? Oh yeah, it's pretty great. We should get it. Basically, it's a premium comedy streaming service. Right, yeah. Oh, well, it features original series, quotable classics, next day late night stand-up specials, that kind of stuff. And okay. All right, will you let me finish? Okay. It's available at Seeso.com, the iOS App Store, Google Play Store, Roku. Okay, if you didn't cut me off, you would have heard me say Amazon Fire TV. All right, so let's establish you're not a mind reader. Okay, here's how much it costs. Of course, yes, $3.99 a month. You get an all-access membership, which includes all episodes of Seeso original series, every episode of classic series like Kids in the Hall, Monty Python, 30 Rock, Alan Partridge. No, that's not all of them. I'm just naming a few of them. Okay. All right. Or you could start as a guest. There's no credit card needed, and there's new content added weekly. Yes, I can tell you some more. There's a series like Original Series, UCB Show. It's a weekly variety sketch showcase from the founders of the Upright Citizens Brigade, Amy Poehler, Matt Walsh, Matt Besser, Ian Roberts. Cyanide and Happiness Show. It's an animated series based on the... Yes, it's a wildly successful webcomic. I was going to say that. Sammy J and Randy in Ricketts Lane. It's a musical comedy about two mismatched housemates from comedic duo. I misspoke. Okay. Don't, please. Comedic duo Sammy J and Randy. Sammy J is a human. Randy is a purple puppet. Well, I said that because you wouldn't think they were both human beings. Okay. Also, there's an original series that I'm very excited about. It's called Bajillion Dollar Properties. It is from the minds of Reno 911 and Comedy Bang Bang. There's a semi-scripted comedy that is in the world of shows like $1 Million Listings. It's about real estate agents at a super luxury platinum. Okay, we can't both talk at the same time because then it makes me make mistakes. Okay, it's about real estate agents at super luxury platinum realty group. They sell properties to and for bajillionaires. So new episodes are available every week on Thursday, starting this Thursday. And the cast is amazing. It's an amazing group of improvisers, including me, Paul F. Tompkins. And there's great guest stars like Adam Scott, Andy Richter, Horatio Sands, and more. Okay, well, I was going to... Man, see, this is what you do. You don't let me finish. And then now I'm fighting with you at the airport. Here's the call to action that you couldn't wait for. Watch Bajillion Dollar Properties only on Seeso. It's the hilarious cutthroat fake reality show that will be your new guilty pleasure. And you can only see it on Seeso. So go to Seeso.com. Okay, did you hear that? Go to Seeso.com, watch the fake drama unfold on Bajillion Dollar Properties. Start watching free? Yes, free to start. Nothing is free forever, okay? Except garbage. And this is not garbage, it's good stuff. All right, I have to go. I can't do this with you anymore. I'll see you at home.
Welcome back to Spontaneanation, ladies and gentlemen! Hooray! That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have secured our location for Mr. Keegan-Michael Key, and we're ready to begin our improv. Now, as we tell our story, we use sound effects to move us about in time. Let's say we're going to move laterally in time, a sort of meanwhile, if you will. Something is happening at the same time this other thing is happening. We use this cut to sound effect. Whoosh, we're over there. Fanfare for Over There by Aaron Copeland. He wrote so many fanfares. Let's say we're going to move backwards in time. Somebody's having a memory. We're learning how something came to be. We'll hear this flashback sound effect. Classic harp glissando. Let's say we're going to return to the present day or move into the far future or the near future. You hear this flash forward sound effect. Now, anyone on the stage in the improv can access these at any time and move us in time. Who knows what's going to happen? Only God, as it has been predetermined. Sign above the door when you get to heaven saying, I knew everything that was going to happen in that improv. All right. Our location provided to us by Keegan-Michael Key is a Tesla charging station. That's what the book says. We take you now to a Tesla charging station.
Sweet ride.
Thanks. I gotta say the same to you, man.
Yeah, as a fellow Tesla owner, let me just return the favor.
Hey guys, nice car.
Sweet ride.
Sweet ride. Sweet ride.
Cool wheels.
Go wheels. Go wheels. Go wheels.
Go wheels.
You guys.
You got the alert sound for your plugin?
I did, yeah.
Sweet.
I can't deal with a silent plug-in. Gotta have an alert sound on mine.
Yeah.
I also got this small little charge on my phone as well.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Does anyone know where the nearest Prius charging station is?
Oh my God.
Get out of here, hobo. Get out of here.
You guys are mean.
Buy a battery.
Leave, you damn pauper.
Oh.
Oh, I feel dirty just from being in the presence of that
Exactly.
guy.
I could smell the fumes on him. They pretend like they don't use gas.
It smells like 2012.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly what you mean.
it's filthy.
Dark times.
Well, I'm just going to sit inside my Tesla and get on the internet.
Please. May I offer you a champagne, sir?
Thank you so much. Veuve Clicquot.
Really, you're going Veuve Clicquot?
I am. I'm going Veuve Clicquot.
Okay.
Merci. I'm sorry, you're choking? No, okay.
I'm all right. I was just saying you're welcome.
I was going to use the Himmlich. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Did you say Himmlich?
The Himmlich, yes. Oh, sorry. Hold on.
Is this your first Tesla? It's Heimlich. Is this your first Tesla?
Well, I mean, yeah. Yes, it's my first Tesla.
Oh, really? You haven't had a Tesla before?
No, I haven't.
So as you can see, it's 4 wheels.
Yep, 4 wheels, yep.
Solid gold steering wheel.
Yep.
Let's put this chip in your brain. Everything you think the car does.
Okay, all right.
Give us your credit cards now. We'll pre-approve you and give you a call a couple years, and everything will be set.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. Here's my Amex, if you don't mind.
What?
Oh, no, he's...
Fuck you! Amex?
I'm sorry. I also have a Visa or a Discover.
Excuse me, I'm the owner of this Tesla dealership. Don't be thrown off by the fact that my penis is out.
Right here. Right here. I'm right here. Right here. Yep.
So sorry, Your Highness.
Is there anything I can do to help this sale go through?
Just wondering if I was asking if I could use an Amex, and then I believe he said fuck off. So it's a platinum. It's like
Oh, it's a platinum.
Yes.
Oh! We will accept it, but we will slap you once.
Okay. But just the once?
Just the once. Now, do you want us to add the feature where a butler comes and gives you champagne whenever you get in your car?
Is it Veuve Clicquot? Or what kind of champagnes can I pick from? If it's a I'm going to say oui, merci.
Derriere?
Derriere! Oh, no, Derriere! Give me the Himmlich! What? A Himmlich! I don't know what that is! A fucking Himmlich! Derriere!
That's how he died? Oh my God.
That's how he died.
That is truly
I've been
tragic.
on the run ever since. The problem is, I should probably ditch this car.
Yes.
There's only like 15,000 of them. It's pretty goddamn conspicuous.
They're tracking you. Believe me, they're tracking you.
Oh God, your fingerprints are all over it.
Listen, you're the two that live in this ramshackle house in the middle of fucking West Virginia. Can you help me, please?
That's right, we sold our palace for these Teslas. Yes, come into our ramshackle house.
Okay.
Here's the door. Come inside of it. It's falling apart.
Yes, okay.
Do you
We
want
created
some
this
dirty water?
charging station just to hope to meet like-minded people.
Oh, good. Okay, thank God.
That's our daughter, Carolyn.
How do you do, Carolyn?
Use your words, Carolyn.
understand.
Carolyn, we have a visitor here. He's on the lamb.
Oh, she likes you.
Hello, Carolyn.
Oh, God, I'm going to get the camera.
All right, Carolyn. Okay, thank you, Carolyn.
Wait. Take one more.
Now, that does not... I'm going to go on the record and say that does not constitute a date, okay?
Well, she's opened up to you in a way that we've never seen. Carolyn's adopted, and we're constantly thinking about giving her back.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand.
Gary, that's the door. It's still working.
Hello. Hello. I wonder if you might be able to help me. I'm looking for a very specific person. It seems he has stolen a Tesla, and I have been recruited to find him. Have you seen such a person in this area? A person acting as if he does not deserve to be in a Tesla.
Well, I'm...
Carolyn, shut up.
Is there any way to make that lamb be silent?
This lamb is our daughter, Carolyn.
I'm very pleased to meet you, Carolyn. You're very beautiful in a very obscene way.
I'm Gary Weinstein, no relation to the Pope.
It's very nice to meet you, Gary. Your manners do you credit. And who is this ravishing creature over here?
My name is Pam. Pam Weinstein, no relation to the Pope.
Pam.
Thank
What
you.
a beautiful name. It reminds me of my favorite cooking spray.
Well, it's such a pleasure to see such a refined gentleman here in the middle of West Virginia.
Oh, is that where I am?
You must have seen our Tesla charging station outside.
Yes, I smelled it from a great distance. The static electricity charge in the air is unmistakable.
And the three Teslas are, of course, my Tesla, Gary's Tesla, and Pamela's. We just gave her hers for her Sweet 16.
Carolyn.
Are you sure you should be driving? This doesn't seem like a good idea. No. Wait, is this thing driving itself? Pull it over here, pull it over. How do I do it? Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Hey,
Classic.
I'm a trainee.
You got this, Ryan. Get in there. You got this.
Okay, all right. Tina, yep. So, do you know why we pushed, God damn it, pulled you over?
Cause you'd never seen a Tesla before.
I mean, don't be honest. Don't be honest.
Don't be honest.
No, but get to the...
No, man, that's not why.
Is it cause you wanted to see a throw-up show?
A what? Did you say
A throw-up show.
Don't be honest. Don't be honest.
I really wanted to see it.
I know, not today. Not today. You were on the clock.
Okay, Tina. It is absolutely not because I wanted to see a throw-up show.
All right, here we go. Happy birthday. I got you tickets to the throw-up show.
Thank you so much.
You're doing great.
Thank you, Tina. I appreciate it.
Let's see where the...
I mean, I know it's super inappropriate that we're dating, but...
Let's just not be honest.
Welcome. Come on.
Oh, here we go.
Who's...
It's his
This girl
first
looks just like
throw-up
Boston Brooks. Glurg, 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 glurg. Tip of the hat. Get ready.
We've got these online. Here we go. Here we go. Oh.
Here comes the show.
Oh, God.
lobster party.
There's not a lot of entertainment available in West Virginia.
Mostly just the throat shows.
Yes. Well, I'd like to offer you something to eat.
Achoo!
And you, do you want something to eat as well?
Pam, pardon me one moment. I feel certain as if I heard a human sneeze.
Human sneeze. That was just Carolyn, yes. Who is human? She is human. We constantly tell ourselves that.
That's what the brochure said.
The brochure.
From the agency.
I see.
So, she's a human girl?
Oh.
This is her?
That is her. What was your question?
We really are hoping to get a human girl.
Yeah.
And you want to check both those boxes.
We checked girl. We didn't see a box for human.
Well, why would you? Why would you, right? I mean, it's an adoption agency. We don't have...
Gary's brother's a lawyer, and he told us just to be really thorough and be really careful.
It sounds like that's what you're doing, and I think y'all are going to make great parents, and, Is
that werewolf baby we just heard? You're not selling werewolf babies, are you?
Well, first of all, we're not selling anything. We are placing children that need love into loving homes.
Well, let's just meet Carolyn and see if there's a click.
Okay, let me dim the lights. Carolyn, follow the sound of my voice. Come on in here.
This is romantic, sweetheart.
It is, isn't it? It's like you're having a baby yourself.
I've got her, Seeso. I have her here.
Great, thank you, Ray.
So by all means, reach out and touch her.
Right?
Oh, she's so clearly human.
Right?
Oh, she's beautiful.
Like all of our children are.
We already love you. We already love you.
So sign here real quick. There we go. All right. Okay. And you can take your daughter home.
Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. Don't thank me.
Is that what the...
To this day, she suckles at my teat.
It almost seems misguided. You're very strange people. And I feel as if you're hiding something. I will give you 1 hour to straighten out your story. And then I will return. And when I return, it won't be pretty unless you make it a pretty thing. That I say this is pretty. And then we all agree. Good day to you. I will see you in 1 hour.
Oh, darn it.
We never got that guy's name.
He sounds like he's related to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Thank you guys for that. That was a close call.
Oh. Was that guy looking for you
Yes, he
specifically?
100% was looking for me. It's because I said something to him years ago in a foreign language that was not part of his native tongue. He took umbrage and has wanted to devour me, literally, ever since.
It wasn't because you didn't know the word Heimlich and that man died?
Exactly. And I mean, guys, what are we bickering about this for? An hour could come in moments.
Oh, we wasted so much time. We could have planned something. We could have done That's just we started talking. Carolyn,
what is that? I hear a knock at the door.
oh, God.
Who is
Why
it?
am I going in this direction?
Who is it? Who is it?
Who do you think it is?
Oh, God, it could be it. We've had a band selling grapefruit for the high school band.
That's what it is. That is what it is.
Oh, it's a band selling
thank
grapefruit.
God.
Okay.
Come on out. It's grapefruit time.
Surprise, it's me.
Dr. Lecter. That's the one thing we discussed in the intermeeting hour.
In the intermeeting hour, you discussed this?
Yes.
Well, in that intervening hour, I have had much time to think about what I'm going to do to all of you, especially you, a Tesla thief.
Dr. Lecter, I just need you to understand that in a fit of pique, I said the word Himmlish, which I know was the great love of your life. As a young man, the one person that you found delectable but also felt because of the love in your heart you could not devour.
I will never forget him, Dr. Heimlich.
Come sit on my lap, my beautiful boy. How was your day, mein Kinder?
It was good. I almost choked on a piece of meat.
You almost choked?
But I told the children to do what you told me to do, using the universal sign for choking.
It's not universal yet, but it will be soon.
Then I tried to do it myself over a chair, and they understood what I was trying to do, and they helped me.
Good. Good.
Then I slit all their throats, and I cooked them and ate them. I thought it was rude the way they were punching me in the stomach.
Okay, looks like we're going to have to move again.
Carolyn, you haven't touched any of your cereal. Please, I know you're upset. There comes a time in every young girl's life when she falls in love and that... Oh, girlie. No, don't eat my hair. No, don't eat my hair. Sweetheart, I just want to let you know that you're going to fall in love again. Yeah, you never know who's going to come plug in their car at our home. All right, maybe someday you'll leave. Oh, the sign language in the hooves, I really don't get it. Try again. Happy birthday. Oh, thank you. I totally forgotten all of this. And I'm sure 52. What? Is it your birthday? Oh my God. I don't even know when your birthday really is. We just always had your adoption day. Carolyn. You have digits! Good luck to you!
Hey, Mom, I love you.
I get it! I love you too! Gary, you missed it!
Hello, Carolyn. Where would you like to drive today?
I want to find Dr. Lecter.
I heard Connecticut. Now charting a course for Hartford.
No, Tesco, I didn't want to go to Hartford. I want to find you one too.
Now playing album-oriented rock.
Take me to the closest Tesla charging station.
I think you said Cracker Barrel.
Welcome to the Cracker Barrel. How many? Did you say one?
Yes, I said one.
Oh, all right. Hey, you're a little young to be traveling out there on your own, aren't you?
I'm 4.
Did you say you were 4?
Bottom line is,
I'm a little bit old. Oh.
Hey, Tom, she said she was 4, but in Ram years.
In Ram years.
She's a Ram, or I guess more accurately, a U.
Right.
27. She's 27.
You say it's the equivalent of 27 years old for a person.
A human being.
Right.
Her hair home milk.
So this is where you wash the dishes at Cracker Barrel?
This is where sometimes people at least suggest the idea of washing dishes. We give her a liberal spray and press them on through, but we gotta rotate them out as fast, matriculate them out as fast as we can.
Wow.
So, yep.
You're so smart.
Can I tell you what? I think the hair on your body is silky and delicious. The greatest part about it is it's all over your entire body.
I'm alive for the very first time.
I am too. I just always look like a corpse.
I'm Caroline.
My name is Particulans. It's spelled with an E-N-T-S, not an E-N-C-E. Just so you don't mix me with any of the other particulates out there. The reason I'm giggling is because I'm nervous and my heart's going to pitter-a-patter.
Excuse me, my plate has ketchup on it and I didn't put ketchup on any of my food. Who's cleaning these dishes and are they?
Well, now.
Pardon me, ma'am, that's my fault. Let me take care of that for you.
Thank you,
right
Particulants.
There you are, ma'am. We aims to please at the Cracker Barrel.
Well, what happened to my chicken patty?
Particulants wished it away.
Hey, excuse me.
Yeah, sir.
I'm trying to play this game where I jump pegs over other pegs. Ideally resulting in only one peg remaining. What? Gesundheit.
Excuse me! I tried to buy an elf costume for my baby!
Sir, are you aware that this is a Cracker Barrel? Okay, so you got a dispute with an elf costume?
I want to find an elf costume for my baby!
Okay, and let me ask you a question. I hope you're going to do this wrong.
God, I don't hope I rip a man apart! Oh, God, don't let me do it!
Are you some kind of monster?
So this peg jumps this peg, but then there's a peg there and a peg there. I think the game is broken.
You might be right, sir. I'm a little concerned about this Joel Beast that come in here.
Some sort of werewolf? Some sort of full moon?
I'm a little bit of a werewolf. I'm a little bit of a werebear. I'm a little bit of a kobold. I'm a little bit of a half-orc fighter. Someday I hope to level up and be a paladin.
Okay, sir, let me interrupt your vision board for just 1 second. How can we help you here at the Cracker Barrel?
I wanted an elf costume for my baby.
Okay, now we only sell elf costumes at Christmas, and also we repurposed them at St. Patrick's Day, make them into leprechaun costumes.
What about Purim?
Sir, if I may. Oh, dear. You are hirsute. Sir, if I may.
Excuse me?
Never mind. Nobody else got it. Sir, if you want to step right over to the other side of the complex to the Transamerica, they've got all types of costumes, especially elf.
Thank you, Particulants, for helping this man beast.
Did he say he's got a hairy suit?
Well, you make some compelling arguments, Dr. Lecter, is why we should turn this man over to you.
Why have you tied me up?
But he's a fellow Tesla owner.
Yes. And I've already apologized vehemently about the Heimlich debacle.
A man died because you mispronounced a word. And yet other words you pronounce far too correctly. You see now why I cannot let you live.
No, I completely understand, Dr. Lecter.
Well then, will you do me a solid and jump into this pot? It's a big cartoon pot.
Excuse me.
Oh, Carolyn, you're somehow back from your adventure.
She got a tattoo.
It's very beautiful.
This is the man she loves. Didn't you ever love anyone? Oh, yes, you did. You loved that
Dr.
Heimlich.
Heimlich.
You love Dr. Heimlich.
Dr. Heimlich.
That's why I'm in the pickle I am right now.
That's right.
Or about to become a pickle.
Oh, pickle is Carolyn's favorite food.
Wait, I did not realize. Do you have pickles on the premises?
She's eaten them all, of course. You brought a pickle from...
I was saving it.
I heard get the shaving kit.
Fine, I'll get it.
One perfect Cracker Barrel pickle. It reminds me, in the way of Proust's Madeleine, of the time I spent with Dr. Heimlich in Jewish delis.
Are you going to get the kreplach or the matzo ball?
I was going to get the Reuben and a half. You know,
What?
it says here on the menu. One sandwich not enough, two too many. Get a sandwich and a half and you won't leave any. Perhaps that is too local a reference.
But mein Kinder, Hannibal, the meat of the corned beef or the pastrami is so fatty, it will just stay in the back of the throat and cause choking.
Dr. Heimlich, I promise you that I will never eat meat that I have not prepared myself from this moment on.
You're a good boy, Hannibal.
I'm okay.
Darien! Darien!
What?
Darien!
You're saying it's nothing?
Darien!
It is nothing? The universal sign for joking and also touchdown?
What are you doing, sir?
Doctor-
YMCA! I don't hear the music, though. What's going on? Sir, you all right?
Darien!
Dr. Heimlich,
Oh, that's French for you're welcome.
he's saying you're welcome. Why is he saying
I don't know what's going on, sir. Is there any way I can help? Is there a sign that you can... I don't know. Yeah, you're great. You're great.
He's pointing to
Yeah,
his throat.
you can sing. You beautiful pipes.
One word sounds like coughing. You can't actually say
can't say-
things.
no, you can't
It's
say
against
things.
the rules to say things.
You're having an orgasm.
Give me the fucking Heimlich!
Oh, the Heimlich! That food, it flew so far, Dr. Heimlich.
Excuse me, waiter.
Yes, I'm a waiter!
There's a piece of chewed sausage on this plate, and I only ordered the salad.
It is a bonus! Congratulations!
So I have won something. A bonus?
Yes!
Is this all that I have won?
No!
Maybe it's some sort of wonderful luxury item like a cruise.
I have a baby like a giant baby belly.
What does this have to do with my prize?
Oh my god, God, where did that come from?
It flew onto my plate like a bird landing.
My name is Bird.
This is a special day. Maybe you are the prize.
It's a very moving story, Doctor.
With this pickle, your life is spared.
Oh, God. Thank you, Dr. Lecter.
All of you. I shall not kill you. I shall not eat you. Unless you die of natural causes, in which case I will probably eat you. But you will not die by my hand this day. Thank you for this pickle. Congratulations on your Tesla.
Thank you.
It's a pretty cool
It's a pretty great car. It's a pretty great car, yeah.
Cool car. Goodbye, Pam.
Goodbye. Your name again?
Oh, you could just call me Little Heimlich.
Okay, little Heimlich.
I meant for you to call me that immediately.
Oh, yes.
What is it, Carol?
Me. I'll be right here.
And it all happened at a place called Tesla Charging. Craig Cackowski. Here we are in March. What would you like to tell the people about? Where can people find you online? All that sort of thing.
So many St. Patty's Day parties. What else is going on in March? Look for me in Veep Season 5. Hopefully shooting Drunk History Season 4.
Fingers crossed.
At Cackowski on Twitter, Orange Tuxedo Improv on Tumblr.
Get at him, Cack-Attackers! Chris Tallman! Jean Villepique!
Hello.
Where can people find you? What do you want to tell people about?
Twitter, listen. Villepique is my last name.
Listen.
Look. It's Villepique. Villepique. I don't do that much though, but also Instagram, some funny weird pictures. I don't know. I do improv shows at UCB Friday nights, 9:30. UCB Franklin soundtrack with some music, so bring your iPod. And yeah, hopefully I'll be a corpse on a CSI show or something. I don't know.
Fingers crossed, everybody. Chris Tallman!
Hello.
Tell us about things. Tell us about where to find you.
Well, Thor 3 Ragnarok is coming.
What?
Yep, Thor 3 Ragnarok.
Oh, Thor 3 Ragnarok.
Those are the words I said.
Who's directing this one? Who's helming this one?
Some very talented director, probably.
Has Kenneth Branagh ankled the skid?
Oh my gosh, Branagh ankles flick dick pic.
Where can people find you online?
I'm Mr. Chris Tallman on Twitter and all
the things.
All the things. Where can people find you, Paul?
That's not important.
Never mind.
Keegan-Michael Key! What's happening?
All right.
Where can people find you?
Gotcha.
What else?
All right, in April of the new year, the very first, the inaugural Key and Peele movie. It is entitled Keanu. It is not a sketch movie. It is a narrative film.
So shut up.
Yes, yeah, right. And we will be on an episode of, Jordan and I will be on an episode of The Muppets.
Very excited.
I will be on an episode of House of Lies, and yes. And look for me in January, shamelessly shilling for the RAV4 hybrid.
Hey, God willing, those commercials are still running in March. Because that's a lot of money.
Right.
Keegan-Michael Key, ladies and gentlemen. Eban Schletter. You can find him. He is Eban Schletter on all the things. EbanSchletter.com. Go there. Check out all of Eban Schletter's work because Eban Schletter is only the best. As for me,
free. No You Shut Up, Thursdays, 10 p.m. on Fusion. Check this show out. It is fucking funny. We do live shows here in Largo the first Saturday every month. Please do come out and check them out. Tickets are online now. We would love to have you. These shows are always a lot of fun. Thank you very much to Earwolf for hosting the podcast. Thank you to Largo for hosting the live episodes of the podcast. Thank you to engineer Chris up in the booth for engineering us all the way to the end of the show, which this is. Goodbye forever. Until next week, this is Paul F. Tompkins saying, Semper in Praesenti.
Leverage your credit score for financial success with help from Credit Sesame. There are many places to find your credit score, but a score is just a number until Credit Sesame shows you how to use it, and it's 100% free. Credit Sesame's tools and experience puts the power of knowledge in your pocket. Leverage your credit score to meet your goals. Open the door to your future with your 100% free credit score. Visit freecreditsesame.com.
Hey, Earwolf listeners, this is Chris Gethard. I have a new show coming out. It's called Beautiful Stories from Anonymous People. Every week, I open the phone line to one anonymous caller, and I can't hang up first no matter what. From philosophical discussions.
If you were to be eaten by an animal of your choice, which one would it be?
And family secrets.
The doctor that delivered me, I believe, was Ron Paul.
To shocking confessions.
I was doing what they call internet porn.
And shameless self-promotion.
Because I think I am the greatest musician in the whole entire world. Oh, yeah!
Listen on earwolf.com, iTunes, or your favorite podcasting app.
This has been an Earwolf production. Executive producers Scott Ackerman, Adam Sachs, Chris Bannon, and Paul F. Tompkins. For more media and content, go to earwolf.com.